What's a recent victory you've celebrated that was a direct result of women voting? Kamala Harris in the White House.
In 2020's election, women turned out en masse. But most importantly, Black women carried the vote. And that's how we won.
Joe Biden was sent to the White House with a mandate to put a Black woman on the Supreme Court. And we now have a Black woman on the Supreme Court. Congratulations, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson.
In 2019, women took over the majority in the Nevada state legislature. And that gave us a roadmap for state legislatures all around the country for women to win. In addition to that, we finally got our first woman vice president, as well as our first Black woman nominated to the Supreme Court. So all of these victories, they're only possible when women have their voices heard.
What would you say to someone who questions their voting power given the current state of our democracy? Voting is really the first step in the work that we have to do to not just build our power, but to reclaim our power. And this November, I want voters to go into those voting booths knowing that they have the power to vote incredible champions into power, but also to vote those bad people out. I want people to remember that.
You know what's best for your family and for your own community. So that is why voting is really important for you to engage in. So that way local elected officials will hear your voice and address the needs that you have.
There are over 500 voter suppression bills that have either passed or been introduced in states all around this country. States like Florida, Georgia, and Texas have actually passed these laws. Why? Because your vote is that powerful. They are so afraid of you. And by you, I mean women, I mean young people, I mean communities of color, I mean working class Americans. They don't want you to vote because you are that powerful. And after the turnout in the 2020 elections, they saw that power with 65% of Americans voting. So don't underestimate the power of your vote. If it wasn't important, they would not be trying so hard to stop you and to stop us.
The power of the many will always overpower the might of the few. I believe if enough of us come together, we can make a change. And that's what's important, is that we show up for our communities on Election Day and every day after that. So remember that on Election Day, and take your friends with you.